Good morning, student. Today we are going to cover topic HTML. In this topic we are going to cover HTML introduction, HTML tags, web browser, HTML history, then page structure, list, links, images and tables. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the language for web pages. With this help of HTML, we use to design our web pages. So this is basically a text formatting language. With the help of HTML, we just design our web page. So HTML is used for designing. There is a one concept, that is browser. Browser is a software program which is used to show the web pages. With the help of browser, we just run our web pages. Now we just save our HTML page with HTML or HTML extension. In HTML we have different tags. We just use the tags like bracket sign, then name of the tag, then text within the tag, then closing tag. So in HTML basically this is called markup language, because we use different tags. So tags is basically a keyword, that is the name of the tag. Tag always enclosed in brackets. There is an opening bracket for tag and there is a closing bracket for tag. Like this is title. Title is the tag, for example. So we just open that tag, we just write the content in the tag and we just close that tag. So in tag we have starting and ending tags. Tags are not case sensitive, but it means that we can write the tag in capital letters, we can write the title in small letters, we can write the tags in capital letters, that is initial capital letters. In HTML, next one is HTML element. So HTML element is everything from the starting tag to the end tag. So what is HTML? Starting from the tag till the closing of the tag. This whole is an HTML. Like H1, that this is for heading. H1 my first heading. Then we close that tag. Then P is for paragraph. P my first paragraph. So in this format we just write the HTML element. HTML element have no content. What it means, some elements like BR, that is the break line, it doesn't have any element, it doesn't have any text in it, and this is not necessary to close that element. So these tags are known as empty tags. Empty tags, that means that don't have the end tag. History, in the year 1989, Tim Berners-Lee invented the www. So he is also known as the father of web, Tim Berners-Lee. In 1991, Tim Berners-Lee invented HTML. So he is also the inventor of HTML. In 1993, David Rete drafted HTML+. He did some modifications in HTML. In 1995, then again new version of this HTML came, like so on. In 1997, W3C recommendations, HTML 3.2. That means W3 schools that every HTML version should follow the same content. So this is a basic HTML document, how we create a HTML document. So the first line is doc type HTML. That means we are creating a document having type HTML. So the first starting tag is HTML, and this is also the last closing tag should be HTML. After that we have head. Head is like, in head we gave a title, page title. This is just for the heading section, header section you can say. Now the next one is body tag. In body we just do all the designing and all the creativity. Like in H1, I just wrote my first heading, then close this H1. They are headings starting from H1 to H6. Like H1 size is big, then H2 is quite small, H3 is quite small. So in that format. T is a paragraph, my first paragraph, then body clause. Like we are just opening the H1 tag, similarly we are closing the H1 tag also in the same line. We are opening the paragraph tag, we are closing this paragraph tag also. After that, if all the designing is done, formatting is done, then we close the body tag, and after that we close the HTML tag. So doc type HTML, define this document as a HTML document, as I told you earlier. This HTML is, you can say this is the root element, or you can say the root tag, or you can say the main header or main tag. Head contains the meta information about the HTML pages. Meta information is like information about the page. Then title specifies the HTML page. What is the title of the HTML page? Then the body defines the document body. It contains all the visible element. It contains all the tags, heading, paragraph, like images, everything is in the body tag. Now the next one is like heading tag I already, this is for the large heading, P defines a paragraph. One is background color. With the help of this tag, we just set the background color of our page. To set the document background color, edit the body element by adding the BG color. So just to set the background color, we use the tag BG color. We can give this value also, or we can just mention the red, blue, green, whatever color you want to give to your web pages. Like text attribute is used to control the color of the, we can also change the color of our text, like text, and again we just give the color. This is basically a color code, #000FFF. This is the color code. Rather than giving this color code, we can give red, blue, black. So by using the BG color, we can set our background color. By using the text color, we just set the text color. Now the next one is how to put image in the background. So for that we use a background. So in body section, what we will do, we'll use background, then we'll give the image. Here we can give the path of the image also. After that we just write BG color and again the color code. So what it will do, it will set the background color. After that it will display that image ria.png on your web page. So with this background tag, we just set an image also, we set the color also. Now the next one is heading tag. Like I mentioned earlier, heading starts from H1 to H6. So with the heading tag, this basically divides the document into multiple sections. If we want to give heading, like want to just give more emphasis on anything, then we use heading 1, H1 section, then H2 section, then H3 section. So this is basically a basic example. In that I just mentioned H1 heading 1, H2 heading 2, H3 heading 3. Now see this output. H1 is this biggest in the size, then heading H2 is quite smaller, H3 is quite smaller, and this H6 is the smallest one. So by specifying H1 to H6, we just emphasize on our text which text we want to look bigger, which text should be look bigger. Next one is paragraph tag. By using the P and closing P, whatever we write in this tag, this becomes the paragraph tag. Paragraphs allow to add a text to the document in such a way that it automatically adjusts its size basically according to window size. So like this is the quite basic example with the heading H1, H2, H3, 6, and this is the paragraph. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4. So you can say the main advantage of using paragraph tag is each line of text will stretch the entire length of the window. What it means, the size of the text and the size of the window, it should be always equal. So with the help of P tag, we can obtain this feature. Now the next style is text formatting. In text, basically it is used to enhance the look and feel, basically used to enhance the size of your text. With the help of text formatting tags, bold we can use italic, we can use underline. So for bold text we use B. Like we just write B, this is text is bold, and slash B. So what it will do, then it will convert this text is bold into bold letters basically. Now the next one is italic. For italics we use I. Whatever we write in I, opening tag and closing tag, it will convert this text into italic format. If I write small, it will convert into the smaller text. If I write del, then it will delete the strike lines basically. Now this one is sub. This is the subscript text. This is super, SUP, superscript. Subscript and superscript is like S raised to power 2. This is superscript, and S2. This is the subscript. So with all these format tags, we can just enhance your page. Now the next one is alignment tag. With the help of alignment, basically we can adjust our text. We can adjust our text to the center, to the left of the page, to the right of the page, to the bottom of the page basically. So we can align headings also, we can align paragraphs also, we can align text also. So alignment is having 3 values, left, right and center. If we write center, then it will align the headings, or you can say the text, whatever we written center. If I write right, it will align it to the right. If we write left, it will align it to right. Let's see the syntax. This is the image tag. With the help of image tag, we can use an image as a link basically. So use an image as a link. So for this tag, we use href. This is hyper reference basically, href. So then we specify the name of the image basically. So like this is a hyperlink. We are creating a hyperlink. Then imgsrc. This is image source. Image source is like dir.png. Then style width, we just give the size and all these things. Then we close this hyperlink tag, and then body, and then HTML. What it will do, this image will appear as a hyperlink basically. Next one is HTML link colors. What means HTML link color is, HTML link is displayed in a different color depending on whether it has been visited or unvisited, or it is active. Like we just provide a link, color is green. Then a visited, color is pink. What it means, if that link is clicked, if that link is visited, its color will convert it into pink. A hover, then color is red. A active, then the color will be yellow. So these are the different ways, different methods with the help of which we can control which link is clicked, which link is active, which link is visited most of the time. That's it.